School lunch grants are removed and lunch is no longer free. We get a new system for teacher safety, and we see how our school is digitizing its education. My name is Gavin Graham, and WMSD-TV starts now. Hey Eagles, welcome back from summer break. Hope everyone had a great time and is ready to jump back into school. Let's take a look at our first story about the new school lunch rules.
Here at MSD, hundreds of students line up every day to fill up on an assortment of meal options.
I get school lunch every day. I guess I'm gonna stop at September whenever the thing goes off.
I always eat lunch, and it's free because I'm poor. I get it every day. And I also get the breakfast. That's important to mention.
Every day for 4 years. 4 years? Yeah, or this is my 4th year now.
Since COVID, emergency federal funding has allowed students to purchase food for free. However, the grant providing free meals to students is coming to an end. Although breakfast will continue at no cost to the students, we've asked them what their plans are to make up for the lack of free lunches.
I could get something of the same price that's way better. I could pay for it, but probably not.
I'm probably still going to eat it regardless of what happens or not, but we'll see.
Starting at the end of September, students can expect to pay a maximum of $3.50 for their meals. This adds up to nearly $20 for a full week of meals. We asked 9th grade assistant principal Lisa Ferris about her thoughts of free lunch dissolving as a whole.
I feel it's unfortunately it's necessary. If they don't have the funds for it, how can they still offer free lunch if there's no more funds for it? One of the biggest pushes we want to do, and as a district and school, is for students to fill out the free and reduced lunch application. A lot of students qualify even when they don't think that they do. So it's really important that they do that, because that'll help it can reduce lunch, if I remember correctly, from what it is now at I think 3 something to 40 cents for a lot of kids if they qualify.
Students shared their opinions on what they thought these new changes would affect.
I think a majority of people will stop just because they don't meet the requirements to get free lunch.
I guess to pay the teachers more or something, to pay somebody more. I don't know.
To be honest with you, I don't really know the true answer to that. I'm not even sure that the money that go to school lunches impact us at all as a school. I think it goes back into the lunch pot, and that's how they provide the food and things that they use to make lunch and that kind of thing.
And with our bellies full to get ready to learn, this is Tristan Cuevas signing off for WMSD-TV.
Since the improvements to the fire alarms last year, MSD has undergone some other changes to its safety procedures, including a new button for teachers. Let's take a closer look.
So the idea of the badge is that it also tells the people, administration, where the emergency is happening.
At Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, teachers are now required to wear a device on their lanyards called Centegix. Centegix is a crisis alert badge meant to send signals to the main office in case of a classroom emergency. While teachers are required to wear these Centegix badges, it is still finding its place as a safety requirement.
No, I do think it should be required for all teachers to wear it, and I hope teachers would understand the importance of having immediate access to help. It is crucial in today's day and age. We need this. I'm so happy we have it.
Despite Centegix being introduced this year as an important safety feature, most students were unaware of its presence.
I briefly heard about the badges before the school year started, and then once we got into school for the 25-26 school year, I really noticed them slightly on some teachers, but I never really knew what they were for or how to even use them.
I recently noticed them this year. I think they're new, and the only reason I know what they're for is because one of my teachers went on a little spiel for 5 minutes explaining that they're the new safety badges and our code red alarms, I guess.
Although we have many safety requirements and drills, such as fire alarms and lockdown systems in place, there are no specific drills for emergencies inside of the classroom.
I definitely think it's essential for us to have a drill when a person is injured, as more of our building or the whole school being in a threat, because no one really knows what to do when something happens to your teacher, because that's the person you run to when something's wrong in the classroom.
So it's definitely something that we probably should be telling our students where it is. So if a teacher couldn't get to the button, I could just quickly say, or they would know to go and push that button to get help into the classroom.
In addition to the emergency buttons on the classroom walls, the badges are an accessible and discreet way for teachers to call for help in case of an emergency.
There was an incident a few years ago actually with one of my current teachers where she was getting attacked in the classroom while at her desk. And this year, once these badges got introduced, she actually mentioned it to my class that she would have liked to have this badge and that it could have been helpful for her. And so I really do see the importance of these badges and telling the students how they work.
I, personally had a situation here at the school a little over 4 years ago, and I had wished that there was something a little bit on me that I could have pushed it at that time instead of waiting until I could get over to the button to push it to get some help in my classroom.
With the addition of the new Centegix badges, we are making our school safer 3 clicks at a time. This is Aubrey LaTorre reporting for WMSD News.
Tuesday, August 26th marked a special day for some Parkland parents. Opening doors promptly at 5:15 p.m., the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School administration welcomed parents and guardians to the school's annual open house event.
Hustle and a bustle. There's a lot of energy that goes on in open house here. It's an opportunity for parents to come in and not only see the classroom that their students are going to be in, but how long does it take to pass from class to class? What kind of energy is going on in the hallways along those passing times? See what our teachers are like. See what the class is going to be like.
Parents cycled through their child's 8-class schedule every 10 minutes, familiarizing themselves with Stoneman Douglas's campus, teachers, and learning environment. Parents were also encouraged to interact with the various club officers stationed in the cafeteria. Teachers use this event to establish curriculum expectations and relay important details to parents.
Most thing I look forward to this event is probably getting to meet the parents, making sure that they understand what is expected from the students so that they can also know what they're going through and what they do on a daily basis.
Given that MSD enrolls more than 3,000 students, hosting this annual event requires extensive preparation and organization on the school's administration's behalf. To ensure every parent knows the directions for each class, MSD stations Student Government Association officers at each building.
I like being able to help guide parents around and being able to show students where their classes are at and introduce teachers, give students any reassurance they might need if they have good teachers or bad teachers.
The open house connected parents and guardians to the unique curriculum, extracurriculars, and learning atmosphere offered at MSD. This is WMSD-TV reporter Victoria Damaso signing off.
Let's take a look at how some teachers feel about education going from paper to digital.
As of recent years, many schools are now incorporating online and digital tools into their classrooms as an additional resource. As these schools are continuing to digitalize, students and teachers are adjusting to new ways of learning and teaching.
The shift in digital materials has changed the way that we need to run our classroom because we can't always see what they're clicking on. But if their computer screens are any type of way, we have tools that we can look on, but now I'm looking at my screen, I'm not walking around as much. So it's just a little bit of a learning curve. And also now we have to tackle using AI. It's difficult there.
What once were textbook and paper assignments are now being replaced with tablets and laptops, inflicting a major change on students and their educational lives. Some students say the shift to online materials has made learning more accessible, while others feel it's added new obstacles.
So I think online material in comparison to in-person lessons in textbooks, like physical textbooks, I think it really just depends on the student. For a student that, let's say, gets more distracted or really just needs something physical to hold or to look at, I think that it could be detrimental to them. In comparison to a student that's more flexible when it comes to their learning, I think it really does depend on the student.
For educators, this change brings both new opportunities and new challenges to the classroom. Teachers are now having to navigate how to balance traditional instruction with the newly added digital resources.
Things going online is mostly negative for our students. I'm hearing complaints of not being able to read off of a screen. It's too small, I can't scroll, I want to touch it. But also for some students when they're writing, it's faster for them to type and they can copy and paste their own work.
Overall, this shift reflects a growing trend in education where technology is becoming central to the classroom experience. As schools move further into the digital age, the question remains, how will this impact the way students learn and teachers teach? This is Nisa reporting for WMSD-TV News.
And that's it for this week's newscast. We'll see you next week with more school news. Always remember, be positive, be passionate, and be proud to be an Eagle.